Hello everyone, and welcome to Foxy's Quiz World. Only real gamers can pass this challenge. Test your video game knowledge and see how many of these 50 games you can recognize. Are you ready? Let's get started. First question, which game allows you to build and explore a blocky world? Minecraft. In which game do players compete in a battle royale with building mechanics? Fortnite. Which RPG features Geralt of Rivia as the main character? The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. Which game follows the adventures of Lara Croft exploring tombs and ancient ruins? Tomb Raider. Fifth question, in which game do players hunt giant monsters in an open world? Monster Hunter World. Which game is a sci-fi exploration game set in an infinite universe? No Man's Sky. Which game is a fast-paced first-person shooter featuring demons and heavy combat? Doom Eternal. Which online multiplayer game is known for its colorful mini-games? Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. In which game do players control a hero in the world of Azeroth? World of Warcraft. Next question. Which game features tactical squad-based multiplayer with a variety of operators? Rainbow Six Siege. Which sports game lets you simulate basketball matches? NBA 2K23. Which game allows players to live virtual lives and build houses? The Sims 4. Which game is set in a post-apocalyptic world with zombies? Resident Evil Village. Which game features a world where players collect creatures called Pokémon? Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. 15th question. Which fighting game features iconic Nintendo characters like Mario and Pikachu? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Which game involves constructing and managing a civilization from ancient times to the future? Civilization 6. In which game does the main character explore dungeons and fight dragons? Skyrim. Which first-person shooter is set in a futuristic sci-fi universe with Spartan soldiers? Halo Infinite. Which game is known for team-based battles with champions that have unique abilities? League of Legends. Next question. Which game is a turn-based strategy using small units called chess-like champions? Teamfight Tactics. Which game is famous for its realistic open-world Wild West setting? Red Dead Redemption 2. Which game is set in a futuristic city called Night City? Cyberpunk 2077. Which game focuses on stealth assassins and historical settings? Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Which game is known for extremely high difficulty and punishing combat? Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. 25th question. Which game features a Norse mythology storyline and Kratos as the main character? God of War. Which game became famous for social deduction and imposters? Among Us. Which game is a competitive tactical shooter with terrorists and counter-terrorists? Counter-Strike. Global Offensive. Which game lets players score goals using rocket-powered cars? Rocket League. Which game is a farming and life simulation set in a small village? Stardew Valley. Next question. Which game is a turn-based card game set in the Warcraft universe? Hearthstone. Which game popularized the Battle Royale genre on PC and consoles? PUBG. Which game features fast-paced hero shooting with colorful characters? Overwatch. Which game is an open-world racing game set in Mexico? Forza Horizon 5. Which game is a psychological horror series set in a foggy town? Silent Hill. 35th question. Which game is a classic puzzle game involving falling blocks? Tetris. Which game features a yellow character eating dots in a maze? Pac-Man. Which game stars a plumber saving a princess? Super Mario 64. Which game features a blue hedgehog known for speed? Sonic the Hedgehog. Which strategy game focuses on real-time medieval battles? Age of Empires 2. Which strategy game focuses on large-scale real-time space battles between factions? StarCraft 2. Which game is a science fiction role-playing game where choices affect the story? Mass Effect. Which game is a shared world shooter with raids and loot? Destiny 2. Which game is known for brutal fighting and the phrase, "finish him"? Mortal Kombat 11. Which game is a competitive shooter with agents and abilities? Valorant. Which game is a MOBA created by Blizzard? Heroes of the Storm. Which game is an action RPG set in a dark Gothic world? Diablo 2. Which game features a silent protagonist solving portal-based puzzles? Portal 2. Which game is known for its story-driven post-apocalyptic journey? The Last of Us. Which game is a sandbox platform where players create their own games? Roblox. Which game is a popular free-to-play RPG with anime-style graphics? Genshin Impact.